What's up, YouTube? This is another monthly update. Got some new glasses, rocking the new shades. On the way to the beach, go work out on a Sunday afternoon. While everyone else is sleeping, while everyone else is just sitting back, getting fat, eating barbecue, watching a football game, I'm out here working out. I'm out here working out myself, making myself a better, stronger, faster person. Because I know I got a hard week ahead of me. When you work like no one else, you become like no one else. You know, you become at the top of your game. And I found in life that it's easy to be mediocre. It's hard. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to work on yourself. It's hard to be committed to continually doing the same thing on a consistent basis when it's difficult. Like, I don't like working out. Honestly, I don't. But I like the results. You know, they asked Muhammad Ali, they said, do you like getting up at 4 a.m. and doing 1,000 sit-ups? He said, no, but I like being champion. Well, I've adopted that for my life, and you should adopt that for your life as well. That if you consistently do it on a consistent basis, you can become stronger. You can become better. So just want to encourage you with that. This video is going to be a little bit longer today. Because it's been a while since I've updated and posted. I was going to go to Cuba. I ended up going to Aruba. Aruba, which is a small island off the coast of South America. It's literally off the coast of Venezuela, if you look on a map. Didn't even know it was an island or the significance of it until I found that Southwest was going to move that's one of the destinations Southwest flies. Let me just put a plug out here for Southwest. They're probably one of the best airlines out there, way better than anyone else. The problem is they don't fly to the places that I want to go to, and I wish they flew to more destinations. And the reason why Southwest is better is because they don't charge you extra for bags. You can change, you can change your tickets if you need to. And they really bend over backwards to kind of help the customer. And that's the reason why I like flying Southwest. So my second option would say is JetBlue. JetBlue is not as good as Southwest, but they fly to way more destinations. So that's where my next stop, I'll be going to Colombia, Medellin, Colombia specifically. So Aruba, let's talk about Aruba. Aruba uses the euros currency down there. I stayed at Airbnb. I highly recommend you getting an Airbnb. Do not get, I'll say again, do not get a hotel. You can if you want to, it's your money, but you will save a lot more if you don't get a hotel and you get an Airbnb. It's $35. I'd say, like, if you want to get a really nice Airbnb, you're probably like $50 a day. $50 a day. Aruba's really beautiful. It's got some good spots there. I saw there's a lot of things to see. It's like the sun is like no fucking joke out there. The sun is really strong, like, and I'm not exaggerating. You'll see if you ever go over there. When you go out in the sun, I mean, you could literally feel it. And the reason why the sun is so strong is because it's so close to the equator, and it's just bam, it's just right on you. They used to have a oil well down there because of Venezuela, and that ended up drying up because of the whole sanctions that happened with Venezuela, and they ended up they just abandoned a huge oil refinery out there. I didn't realize this, but I talked to a guy who's in the oil business, and he was telling me that the oil in Venezuela is a low-grade oil, and it's a lot to process. It's difficult for them to convert it. And most of the people in Aruba, of course, they use U.S. currency. They're very modern. They have American vehicles over there. They use the Venezuela oil that converts to gas, and it's not. You don't get that many miles per gallon with it, so it's a very dirty type of fuel. Nonetheless, it still is oil, and it still is making. Venezuela is still the largest producer. It's going to have the largest amount of vast sums of oil for years and years to come. The problem is people are starving in Venezuela, and Maduro is basically starving his people to death because he doesn't care about them. And China and Russia have dug their teeth into the Venezuelan oil refineries. So even when Maduro leaves, you're going to have to deal with China. You're going to have to deal with Russia. So other than, if you like beaches, Aruba's the place to be. There's a lot of beautiful women out there. They're very sexy, slutty type women because they're coming from Colombia. They're coming from a lot of the Latin American countries, like the reggaeton type things. The hip hop culture is deeply engrossed down there. So the girls wear really tight stuff. I'll see if I can post some pictures at some point. But yeah, it's really nice. It's very expensive, I'll tell you that right now. They use the U.S. currency over there, and they use both. They use the U.S. currency and they use the Aruban currency, so you can pay with both. But yeah, you'll end up spending some money down there, that's for sure. Even with staying at the Airbnb, if you want to eat in a good restaurant, you're gonna spend about like $30, $40 per person. Now, I prefer, if I'm gonna eat fish, if I'm going to pay for fish, I don't want to be paying for grouper and they go and they serve me tilapia. So in order to avoid all that bullshit, I just go ahead and go straight to resorts. I'll eat at the resorts. They have the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. They have the Renaissance Hotel, which is in, you'll fly into Oranjestad because it's a Dutch colony, and you'll fly in there, and they have, you get what you pay for when you pay in the hotels, when you pay in the resorts. Nobody ever stopped me and said, "Hey, what are you doing here? Are you a guest here or whatever?" I was there. I went into the gym and I worked out. No one challenged me. Of course, I'm spending money in their hotels. They have casinos there, a lot of casinos. Spend money there if that's your thing. That's not my thing, but you know, it's there. You want to go kite surfing? It's there. You want to go windsurfing? It's there. Windsurfing lessons were about $40 for 2 hours, $40 US. So definitely, and there's also something very special in Aruba that Aruba has that not many, actually no one in the nowhere in the Caribbean has. It has a 450-foot shipwreck, which was sunk back in during World War II. It's basically on its side, so I got to go scuba dive that. That cost me like $65 US, and you know, of course, I took a bus from where I was staying to go get over there. Another quick pointer too is when you go ahead and get an Airbnb in Aruba, make sure if you do not rent a car, which I did not, because the car was $600. Make sure that you get a place that's near a bus stop or a bus route. I learned that the hard way. The first place I rented was maybe about a half a mile from the closest bus stop, so I had to pretty much carry my bags and stuff, you know, to the closest bus stop. Now, you can pay for a taxi if you want to. You're going to spend 20 to 30 bucks for that. If you want to, that's fine, but that adds up quick. I personally would rather spend money more on experiences, more on, like, let's go on a pirate ship, which I did. Let's go snorkeling, which I did, which, you know, or nice restaurants. You know, I'll spend money on that kind of stuff. But to each his own. No judgment here. If you want to go ahead and pay for a taxi, they definitely got it all over the island there for you. Taxis run all hours of the day, and they'll definitely come pick you up. It's definitely a nice island. Will I go there again? Probably not. It's just because of the fact that it's really not a lot. Once you see everything and you just go everywhere, and it's not hard. You could do it relatively quickly. I spent about 10 days there. Once you see everything, there's not much more to see. Unless you like the ocean and you really like the clear blue water. If you're from a place, I'm from South Florida, so I kind of live near the beach. So anytime I want to go to the beach, I can. But if you want to go and see more of stuff, you definitely can get very cheap flights out of Fort Lauderdale. It cost me under $300 per person with Southwest to fly out of Fort Lauderdale to Aruba. Definitely worth it. So just wanted to share with you guys what's been going on, and feel free to subscribe and put in your comments below what you think about Aruba. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. My next stop is Colombia. and then my next stop after that is Brazil. So I love traveling. I'm going to see if I can incorporate at some point, get some pictures and put them in my videos and have that uploaded. Stay positive, stay focused, and keep moving forward. Get some. Get some.